I'm delighted to be back in the studio with Helena Popovic. Hello, Helena.
Hello.
Now, brain plasticity is a topic that we've done a little bit of talking around.
Yes.
And I think you have some more tips for us how we can help our brains to become just that little bit better, a little bit more polished.
Yes.
Where should we start?
Why don't we just start to change our routines?
Okay.
We're very busy. I mean, the ideal would be lifelong active learning. Learning a
Lifelong
foreign
active
language,
learning, okay.
a musical instrument, an art or a craft. Who has time for that right now in our lives?
Yep,
so save
many.
that for retirement.
Right
Now, just changing what we do. In the mornings, take a shower with your eyes closed.
Right.
When you drive to work, because then you're stimulating different parts of your brain.
Okay.
When you drive to work, don't always go the same way.
Okay.
Try and find different ways to go to work.
And what's this actually doing for us by having a shower with our eyes shut, by driving in a different way? What's it really doing? What's happening kind of, you know, behind the scenes, as it were? It's
forcing different parts of our brain to get engaged and to take part in the activity that wouldn't normally be engaged.
Okay, so it's a little bit like going to the gym and working a new muscle. It's, you're working a different part.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, so change our habits, do something different.
Change your habits, do things differently. Speak to people that you don't know on a regular basis.
Okay.
Being ambidextrous is great.
Right.
You know, try using your mouse with the opposite hand.
Okay.
That's extremely challenging.
Right.
Even just brushing your teeth with the opposite hand to usual.
And again, what that's doing is just opening up a different pathway.
Yes.
And the point you mentioned there about talking to different people. Now, some people would, you know, networking in business is quite a big topic.
Yes.
And it's quite daunting for a number of people. But you're saying by doing it, it's not just kind of potentially helping our business, but it's helping our minds.
Absolutely. A general rule of thumb would be anything that takes you out of your comfort zone is probably boosting your brain.
Right. Okay.
So, and even overcoming obstacles. We tend to moan and groan about, why is this happening to me? It's happening to you to keep your brain sharp. They found that rats, they got a group of rats, all the same breed, divide them into two groups. One group was fed their food as usual. The other group had to overcome obstacles to get to their food. After 3 months, they scanned their brains. The rats that had to overcome obstacles had significantly bigger brains, particularly forebrains, which is the planning, decision-making, executive functions of our brains, much bigger brains than the rats that were just coasting through life.
Okay, so this is a whole new way to look at obstacles in our business, isn't it?
Yes,
absolutely. These are helping us, they're helping us grow, they're helping our brain become stronger and more active. Yeah, okay. And tell me, is there any other little tip that those people that perhaps are working largely by themselves, are there ways that we can kind of buddy up with somebody else? Are there other challenges that we might do with someone else that can kind of help our brain as well?
If you have an issue or a problem you can't solve, telling somebody that's not actually in your field is beneficial, because you have to either dumb it down or use analogies, or just the fact that you've got to put it into words and explain it to somebody. Sometimes that's enough to get neurons firing that wouldn't otherwise be firing.
That's a great point, isn't it? When you try to dig down and find other words to explain it to somebody who perhaps doesn't get it, again, you say that's helping our brain as well. It's
equally beneficial, if not more beneficial, than speaking to somebody in your line of work that's had years of experience. That, of course, has its benefits. But often you speak the same language, you're on the same groove, and it's less likely you'll come up with fresh ideas than if you tell somebody totally new that just comes up with something that you wouldn't have thought of in
a million years.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Helena Popovic, thank you so much for joining us. If we want to find out more about you, we go to drhelenapopovic.com?
No, doctor, just helenapopovic.com.
helenapopovic.com. All right, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you, Robert.